Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Here is my response to Duncan Mighty releasing our private chat to the public. It all started with a gentleman with the Instagram handle Legit reaching out to me saying these exact words. Good evening, sir. Please, I beg you in the name of God. Can you contact Duncan Mighty to hear his story? I said, okay, brother, I'll reach him. Thanks always, sir. God bless. So after that, I reached out to Duncan Mighty. Unfortunately, he didn't release our entire chat, so I'm here to release the entire chat. Hello, bro. How are you? Good morning. He responded, morning, boss. I said, hello, bro. Been reading your post about your issues. Would you like to discuss more in an interview? People have been sending me DMs saying they want to hear your side of the story. And in all fairness, that was like the second or the third DM I saw concerning Duncan Mighty. He just replied, God just pity me. Thanks, boss. And I took a screenshot of the chat from the legit gentleman and sent it to him, highlighting the guy's request. And I said, I do interviews where people can express themselves. He now said the post was to fulfill God's mercy that found me, for the earth to know that Jesus saves. You already said you read my post, which is the only side it all. You can invite them for their own part. Then the heavenly proof of salvation will appear before you live on your program. I'll be pleased if you can also share this with your viewers and listeners. I should share our chat. Personally, I think it would be better if you said it yourself instead of me coming to say that salvation will appear in the live video. I don't know how that works, but I find that hard to understand. So I said I can arrange an interview today for 10 or 15 minutes, not more. Just say it as you feel. Then he now says, saying it to who? Now, sometimes, when you're typing in a DM, you're still typing and they're responding to your messages. So I actually wanted to send this as one stretch. I'll ask a few questions. It came out as now you will answer, but I was saying, and you will answer. It's better that way. So he said, saying to who? He said, Daddy Freeze, after insulting me on your CNN platform, that the picture of Rumola widows praying for me is show off. In 2016, you were consulted to promote the music television station I'm building to make the Niger Delta, South, and Southeast have their own entertainment industry. And you snubbed. I made straight 5 hits in 2018. Your interview was pooing in the toilet 2018. I'll try to understand what he was trying to say, even though this is it's hard to comprehend. But first of all, let me start with me insulting him on my quote and unquote CNN platform. Now, here is what he called an insult. And in all fairness, it's at best a shade. And I wasn't shading just him, I was shading all of us, including myself. Just Google Daddy Freeze throws shade at Duncan Mighty. It was from 2016. And here's exactly what I said in my tweet. I said there was a picture of him kneeling down while widows were praying for him. And I said, Nigerian entertainers, I did not say he, I did not say Nigerian entertainers can. Let's understand the context of this, because the context changes the color of the narrative. I said we can do things for the gram. Inside this hot prayer session, someone still remembered to take picture. Life for us in Nigeria has become one huge reality show. Hashtag just saying. Hashtag guilty too. Hashtag all for the gram. Hashtag na our work. Hashtag every celeb is guilty. Hashtag plus those that carry paparazzi to orphanage. Hashtag our market must sell. This post was more of a reflection towards a Wrong notion that we're all guilty of, me included. The scriptures clearly say, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing with regards to charities. But we all, one way or the other, have turned it into a culture to take cameras into our charities. So this wasn't an insult. At best, it was a sub. And if you read to understand, I was subbing myself as well. I said, guilty too. I'm guilty of it. Sometimes we do charity work and we take the cameras there. We all do it. Is it right? No. But it's something that has become a culture in Nigeria. And I just use that picture as a social commentator to make a comment. Then there's something else he said in that message. He said, in 2016, you were consulted to promote the music television station I'm building to make the Niger Delta South South and Southeast have their own entertainment industry. You snubbed, I made straight 5 hits. I don't remember anybody contacting me in 2016 to promote any TV station. And if I turn down work, it is always for one of 2 reasons. One is either you're asking me to work for free, or 2, you're not offering me a good package. This is what I do for a living. You can't go into the market and ask a tomato seller to give you tomato because you want to open a music platform for the Niger Delta and the South. Like, you're not going to make money from it. So I don't understand what this is. You ask me to promote something for you, which I clearly don't remember. But if I ever turned it down, this must have been the reason why. 1, you were either asking me to work for free, or 2, you did not offer me something that was mouth-watering or something that was enticing. And let me tell you, this is not a charity platform. A lot of people come out and make all these their stations and look like, hey, they're running something. This is not. You're going to profit from it. To me, this looks like your retirement plan that you want me to promote for you. Do you know how many artists I've promoted in this Nigeria and got nothing in return? I stopped doing that years ago. You want any sort of promotion from me, I will charge you my fee. If you cannot pay it, no problem. It doesn't have to be carried over 4 years later as an issue. Do you know how many people I've asked for favors and have billed me and I couldn't afford the bill? And I say, okay, no problem. It's done and dusted. It's business. Were you offering me shares in the industry, in the TV station? Did you say, oh, Daddy Freeze, promote for us, we'll give you 10% of the stake of this, or 5% of the stake of this? I know how artists and entertainers are. They will call you and ask you for a favor, and then you will see them making money off that favor for several years, and you get nothing from it. And I'm sorry, I stopped doing that. You need me or you need my platform, I'm going to charge you for it. And if you can't afford it or consider other options, no problem. It's business. Then he went on to say, now you hear again, my brother, try get sense. You are Satan, waiting for my pain before you say hi. Bro, you brought your pain to social media. I saw it on social media. And I thought it would be good for you to speak about it yourself. I was wrong, clearly. He said, I am Satan. How? By doing my job? Have you ever sat down to think about what my job is? What have I done for the last 25 years? I've interviewed artists, celebrities, and all manner of entertainers and politicians from 1996 when I got on the radio till today, about 24 years. And in the course of interviewing an artist or celebrity, personal questions come up. It's what Oprah does, or Ellen DeGeneres, or any globally renowned interviewer. So me asking you for an interview is not out of place. It's my job. And I've interviewed Duncan Mighty before on the radio. So I don't see where all this is coming from. Then he accuses me of Satan. I'm tempted to say, the way you accuse your wife, because you see me as Satan. First of all, I don't insult you. I only raised a valid point, which I'm also guilty of, and I admitted in the post that I'm guilty. 2, I don't remember turning down your request for promoting your TV station? And if I did, these are the reasons why. One, you did not offer me money. You expected me to work for free. Or two, you did not offer me enough. Those are the only two reasons why I'll turn down work. Then he said, waiting for my pain before I say hi. Bro, if you didn't bring your pain to social media, no reporter or journalist will say hi. It's just what it is. And I said, brother, that was 2016. Let me apologize. The next thing he said, my brother, Jesus is coming soon. Dude, you speak of this Jesus whose main message is forgiveness. And 4 years down the line, you have this much venom for someone who, in my opinion, did nothing wrong really. If what you consider an insult to me was a sub, the moment you said I was an insult, I said, sorry, let me apologize. You must have misunderstood me. And I was expecting him to say, okay, let's discuss this misunderstanding. And he goes on to say, my brother Jesus is coming soon. If truly Jesus is coming, you can't meet him without forgiveness. Forget what they are telling you. You won't meet Jesus by opening a TV station for the South. You're not going to meet Jesus for any of those things. If you're holding a grudge for 4 years and then are preaching Jesus, I'm worried about your understanding of the message of salvation. I said, and somebody recommended that I interview you. That's why I reached out. Once again, I posted the screenshot, hoping he'd understand that. He said, tell the world to help me finish the TV station. Is the world going to share profit when you start making money from your TV station? I've worked in media organizations and with media organizations for the last 24, almost 25 years. And if there's anything I can say is they make money from the enterprise. So you saying I should tell the world to help you finish the radio, isn't that a bit too self-entitled? I should tell the world to help you finish a TV station you started and you're going to profit from. I'm like, isn't this entitlement a little bit misplaced? And I said, okay, bro, if you don't want to talk, my platform usually helps people express themselves. I wasn't asking for an interview. A lot of people will be mistaken. Oh, I wasn't asking for an interview. I was just explaining what I do. Then he went on to say, Daddy Freeze, they attract bubbling charge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not from that side of town, so I don't understand what all that is. He said, focus, go sleep, Alika, I don't know what that is, platform. Now he didn't include this part. I said, okay, bro, stay blessed. God is your strength. I've been through a messy divorce before. It is well, brother, I come in peace. And he still decided to share the chart, of course, editing out some parts to make him look good and me look bad. Whereas in all reality, he didn't realize that I also have my copy of what transpired. So, here's my message to Duncan Mighty. Duncan Mighty, I have no issues with you. I could have, if I wanted a juicy story, I could have reached out to your wife. Definitely, trust me, that's juicy. Because you've already said you're onto to social media, everybody has carried it. As a reporter or journalist or interviewer, the side that would really have been juicy, trust me, would have been your wife's side. But I still reached out to you as a brother. From the emotional point though, that I've also been through a messy relationship breakup, a messy divorce. So I felt your pain and I said, okay, let me talk to this guy. There was nothing wrong in him saying, no, I don't want to talk to you publicly. We can chat one-on-one, but Daddy Freeze, you offended me. Even without him saying it, I was already apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, you misunderstood me. This is not what I meant to say. But instead, you chose to make a whole rant out of it. And you need to understand something. As my job as an interviewer, there are people who reach me for interviews daily. There are people who I also reach for interviews. If there's anything going on in the society, I also try to reach the person so they can give their side of the story. Do you know how many people come to me? Please, I want to be on your platform. I want to tell my own side of it. Do you know how many people I even turn down? on a daily basis. Some might feel, this story is too much, it's going to damage this person too much, or we don't have enough facts to make these claims or to support this story. So I wasn't in any way out of line as an interviewer asking Duncan for an interview. And Duncan has every right to turn down an interview. I've turned down many interviews. There are people in my inbox waiting for me to give them an interview for the last month, and they can bear me witness. For the last more than a month even. So yes, he reserves his right to reject a request for an interview, and that makes absolute sense. However, what doesn't make sense is when you try to belittle someone or use your pain to try to garner sympathy against someone who clearly didn't do you any wrong. And this to me was a bit worrying, especially from someone who I considered to be of cognitive superiority. But hey, it is what it is. Duncan, it is well. I wish you well, and I hope you find peace. Take care, and God bless.